I thought of sharing basically a point of view with you guys. Many times I get asked, especially by vendors, that why don't I use any other console other than the Digico? So I have been a Digico user for quite some time now, and the simple answer to that is workflow. After many years of using the Digico consoles, the SD series and now the Quantum series to be very precise, I have set a particular workflow, and that workflow has pretty much become a part of my the way I mix, whether it is monitors or FOH. And the other the second reason being that I'm fairly well versed with the consoles. So if something does go wrong, I will probably know how to go and fix it as well. So these are two of the main reasons why I use the Digico. Of course, there are different consoles available on the market. The Allen Heath stuff is really good. The Avids are really great. Uh, and it's not that I don't use the consoles. I use the Digico SD or Quantum series specifically for my main act because my show files are set, my whole workflow is set there, and everything is in order to make sure that the setup time is reduced to the minimum. So hence, using that is an easy way out for me, especially in a tense situation. However, if it is if I'm doing a one-off show, or if it's a smaller band, or if it's a club show, I'm open to using any console that can accommodate the number of inputs and outputs. Now, the kind of console I would like to use on a per day basis depends upon the kind of act I'm doing. If it's a club show, in most cases, I'll use the console that's there installed in the club, provided of course it can accommodate the inputs and the outputs of the band. If it's a gig where I'm spotting for someone else, for some other engineer, I'll use the console that's there on the rider, because that makes it a lot easier for the production to function. So it could be an Allen and Heath S7000, it could be an Avid S6L, and all the boards are great. What I will do is, the moment I get the tech rider of the band that I'm subbing, that for whom I'm mixing as a sub, I'll go through the tech rider, make a new file on the console that is going to come for the show, and get on with it. At the end of the day, you might be used to using one particular piece of gear, but if that's not readily available to you, you have to be ready to use something else and still come up with a great mix. So yeah, I am open to using any console. However, for my main acts rather, I tend to use the SD or the Quantum series. Again, even if it comes to my main act, if I'm doing FOH and monitors together, I would use the Quantum, because I do use a lot of the quantum processing that's available. However, if I'm doing monitor specifically, I'm more than happy with an SD10. It suffices the number of inputs or outputs, and I get whatever I need on the console. So yes, I do use consoles that are not Digico, but I will use those consoles for if I'm guesting as an engineer, or or at a festival or something of that sort. But if it's my main act, I will always use Digico.